Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and this is going to be, I think it's going to be a weekend update. Let's see what's going on for the weekend. This is going to be just a general collective update for Divine Counterparts and where we are with regards to Sacred Union. So, if you are interested in that, make sure you check out the daily energy draws this week, because the daily energy draw from especially yesterday and today was pretty beautiful, pretty incredible. Let me know if they're resonating with you in the comments there. Also, I am going to be closed to readings December 23rd through January 3rd, except for emergency readings. So you can find out all that information on the channel, or I'm sorry, on my website and in the description box below. If you want to book, make sure that you book now. I will honor anyone that books today. I will continue doing personal readings next week, but I won't take any more bookings between December 23rd and January 3rd. Okay, so let's get into it and see what's going on with these counterparts. I think I'm going to use this deck. Yeah, this one feels good. Okay. We're just going to pull some cards and see what the general overall energy is, and we will go from there. I'm hoping to make this just a quick update and see what's going on. I have a packed day today, hence why I'm closing to readings. And just a reminder that we have a lot of beautiful special channeled messages up on the channel right now for those who are coming into Sacred Union, especially the reading called The Paradox, How Detachment Leads to Sacred Union, as well as some special channeled messages for the 1212 to 1221 corridor. Make sure you do check those out if these readings are resonating with you. All those readings should be available on the channeled messages playlist. We have a lot of what is Sacred Union energies there, what are divine counterparts, things like that up there. So if these readings are resonating with you, then do make sure that you check those out. Okay. Spirit, what do you have to tell us for this weekend between divine counterparts? Page of Wands. The Moon. Six of Pentacles. It's interesting because when I channel for clients, they're right on par with the collective that I read for, obviously, because they find me through this channel. But what I'm actually have been getting for clients is that, especially the Moon card that's coming out, is what was once hidden is now coming to light. What was once hidden is now being revealed in this moonlight. And again, it feels very much like that 1212 to 1221 corridor. This portal that has been opened between 1212 and 1221 is very strong. We have the solstice on the 21st. We're in that energy as well. And then next week, I believe it's the 25th, 26th, we have the new moon. I think it's the new moon in Aquarius and an eclipse. So we have been channeling for the past month or so that December was going to be major as far as forward momentum within these partnerships. That's what I'm seeing here. What's happening is there's a new beginning, but it's not a new beginning as far as just learning, as far as just internal beginnings, as far as just releasing the old, bringing in the new. This is a new beginning with the Page of Wands for taking action. This is that forward movement energy. The moon here, this is that everything is about to be revealed. And you see here, it's interesting the decks that they have me choose. You see the two towers there? There might have been a tower moment here where a foundation crumbled, where it looked chaotic in a 3D. But then the previous full moon, the 1212 portal came in, and that led to this tower moment, which was a breakthrough. And what is that leading to? But more balance and more harmony within your partnership, within your relationship. This is also a 6 number. 6 being a number of divine love. This is the new beginning. And so a message that's coming through is your new beginning has already begun. And it might not seem as if a lot has changed on the surface. Not everything has been revealed yet, but they want you to keep going, because what's happening now is things are coming into more harmony. Things are balancing out. And they want you to have faith and trust in this, that things are balancing out. Again, the paradox and the 1212 to 1221 portal corridor reading, those were very powerful channeled messages that came through as far as the energy that we're seeing and picking up on right here. What this forward momentum is for divine counterparts, what you can expect to see in your sacred union as you come together with your divine counterpart. Let's get some more. What else is going on here? Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles. Let's get 2 more cards, Spirit. For those of you who are new to the channel, I don't read reversals. I don't read tarot in the traditional way. I pick up on the energies that are presented to me and the messages that are given to me from Spirit. You guys, it's very early here, so I'm sorry that I'm not as peppy as I usually am, but again, we have a packed day. There it is. That's that new beginning. What did I just say? Yeah? Okay, so, and we have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. And what was I saying about the 6th card? This is the Lovers. This is that divine partnership energy. Okay, so a message, when this came out, we had 2 messages here. Hold on, let me see what they wanted me to do first. Okay, I'm going to do the divine masculine energy first. The divine masculine energy came in, and what I heard was that they're putting in the effort now. Their focus has been less on the material world, less on those third-party situations, relationships, less on the mindsets and patterns, any of that toxicity. And again, the last reading that we did was extremely powerful. I'll link all these in the description box below. So if you are new to the channel or if you missed anything, we are picking up on the same wave. We are picking up on the same energy. So that is still going to resonate now. They're letting go of that toxic energy to come towards this partnership. They're now focused less on, and when I say material world, it's not just finances, although for some it could have been finances, it could have been career, could have been other relationships, family, it could have been addictions, anything that they were using as a crutch, anything that they were using to go within and kind of hide, mindsets, false beliefs, patterns, and habits that weren't serving them. They were focused so much on, in essence, Spirit is saying themselves, that they couldn't see this connection, they couldn't see this partnership. But now their focus has shifted, especially with this energy. And especially they're saying with November. November was a critical time of awakening and transformation, because a lot of us, divine feminines as well, went through either a mini dark night of the soul or a full-fledged dark night of the soul, where you were really called with Scorpio season, with the Mercury retrograde, with the new moon and the full moon energies that we had back in November, really called to go deep within and clear out that toxicity, really acknowledge that darkness and clear out that toxicity. And that shifted their focus. There was a breakthrough then. And there's a breakthrough happening now with this 12/12 portal into the winter solstice here. And so the other message that's coming through is one of new beginnings. So the focus has been changed now, not just for divine masculines, but it's the hard work that both of you have been putting in is now paying off, because both of you, remember, you have not been separate on this journey. Even if you have been in physical separation, that's just physical separation. You cannot take what's happening on the 3D as reality. That is the illusion. You create from within yourself. So imagine this. If you are in a low vibration, If you are thinking negative thoughts, what do you attract? But negative energy. You attract negative situations. If you're thinking, I don't want to fall, I don't want to fall, I don't want to fall, well, guess what? You're going to trip and fall on the sidewalk. That's just law of attraction. What you focus on, what you think about, is what you manifest. The vibration that you hold within is what you manifest in your outside world. But if you switch that mindset, if you flip the script and you focus on what's positive, if you focus on and begin each day with, I'm going to have a great day today. And you feel that joy within you. You feel that excitement and that energy within you, that high vibration within you. And you focus on that. That's what manifests in your outside world. I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. I think I told you guys this before. I had this sweater that I loved. This really beautiful sweater. It had little gold stars on it. I wore it maybe a couple of times, but then it got a hole in it. And it was a hole in like an inappropriate place. It wasn't like I could wear it anymore. So for 2 years, I've been trying to find the sweater again. Silly thing, a sweater, but it made me happy. It made me feel joy. So I was looking for this sweater just as it went along. It was kind of like on a whim. If I find it, I find it. If I don't, I don't. But everywhere I would look, if I would look at thrift stores, if I would look on Poshmark, I would go searching for the sweater. 2 years. Not 2 years of constant searching, but it took 2 years. I finally, one day I was feeling really good. I said, let me just do a quick search online. Found the sweater. And it was in perfect size. It was $10. Believe it or not, I got it. It was amazing. That's manifestation. Manifestation is believing in the power of positivity. Manifestation is holding the vibration of faith. Manifestation is holding the vibration of high energy. If I was saying to myself, oh, it's over, it's done, I'm never going to find this sweater again, well, guess what? It's not going to become a part of my reality. And you can do that with anything. You can do that with the vibration of money, because it's about getting out of lack mindset. It's about getting out of scarcity mindset. That is how you have been changing. That is how you have been working so hard to clear that dense energy that holds you back, that holds you in lack and scarcity mindset. And so with your divine counterpart, you're never apart. Even if you are not communicating in the 3D, part of this journey for divine counterparts is to have you go within and feel the love that's there, because you're always connected by love. And not just connected by love because we're connected by love with everybody, but you're always connected by that deep-seated connection, that deep bond that you share with your counterpart, because you are truly one. And when you go within, that's the telepathy, that's the downloads, that's the music, that's the knowing what they're feeling their energy, that's the having dreams about them, that's the not being able to get them off your mind, no matter how much you try. That's that connection. You feel it in your heart, you feel the truth in your heart. And I always say this, nobody, no matter how talented a psychic, no matter how good a friend, no one in this world can tell you what your connection is but your own intuition, but yourself. You have to trust yourself. Only you can know what the connection is, and you feel it within your heart. You can, go to other people for guidance. You can go to other people for confirmation, validation. But I've had a couple of clients come to me and they got tripped up by people saying that their counterpart was not their counterpart. And I've experienced that as well. And I had to go within and see what the truth was for me and say, you know what? I feel this connection in my heart. I know what is being told to me in my intuition. I know the truth in my heart. I know the love that's there. I know what I'm experiencing. And that's what they're calling you to do. Go within your intuition and trust in yourself. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in what your own heart is telling you over anybody else. That is what you have to do. And that's what part of the work that you've been doing is going deep into your heart space and feeling the truth that is there. The truth of your soul, because you and your divine counterpart have orchestrated this soul to soul. Even the lack of communication, even the so-called separation, even though you're never truly separate, you orchestrated that to teach you or to show you something for your own soul's growth. When I look back at the 2 years, I spent the proximity of my relationship with my divine counterpart together in actual physical proximity. But we did have periods, a week here, 2 weeks here of no contact. Then back in September and October, we were completely done, or it felt like we were completely done. There was no contact whatsoever from him. But if you guys listen to my readings and my Ascension Confessions, I was guided by Spirit to send him a book or send him a message, to express myself, not for any outcome, but just to express myself or to express my love. Listening to my heart for when I was guided to reach out. And then I was guided to pull back. Then I was guided to focus on myself. And what happened was maybe a month later, we ended up reconnecting, and it has been more harmonious. It has been more balanced. And we have not been apart since. And it's been different. It has been divine. It has been that divine relationship, both of us cherishing the connection, that equal reciprocity now that I have always wanted, that he has always wanted, but that neither of us were ready for. And so what I was saying was, when I look back on those periods of separation, I realized that it was because we both needed to grow. That's when he was going through a difficult time of transformation. That's when I was healing past life wounds that were major for me. That's when I was also learning to focus my energy on myself, that he could rise on his own, that I didn't need to overextend myself because that's distorted feminine energy. I didn't need to overgive. I didn't need to overexpress. This was me really anchoring into Empress energy, and I needed that time away from him. Didn't know that, didn't want that at the time, but our soul orchestrated that. Our souls orchestrated that together. One soul, however you want to, whatever your theory is on that. We orchestrated that together because we knew we needed to evolve, because we knew we needed to learn. And if we weren't learning together, we needed to learn apart for that strength, for that understanding, for that evolution, for that anchoring in. And so even if you are not in communication right now, know that you are still together. Know that you are still evolving, and know that you are still coming into sacred union. Sacred union is a process. It's not something that is just here one day. It is a process of balancing and harmonizing the energies. And even if you're not in communication, you feel it within your heart. You'll know when you're in the process of sacred union. You'll feel it. You'll feel him there. And so what they're actually saying is that the hard work that you have both been putting in, because you're divine masculine, even if you're not seeing it in the 3D, even if you're not seeing the evidence of it, they are changing. They are transforming. And I can tell you, my communication with my divine masculine used to be shit. We used to misunderstand each other. We used to never be able to truly be on the same page. When we were reunited, there was such a powerful change there, and I could feel it in his energy. He felt more grounded. He felt more present. He felt more direct. It was the most beautiful evolution I had ever seen. And I don't want to say change. I want to say evolution, because that is truly what it is. That is a transformation that you are both making. You're not changing so much as you are evolving into higher versions of yourselves. You are coming to your highest potential. And your 3D world is starting to reflect that. And if it's not yet, have faith, because it will, because that is just the process of manifestation as well. So you're both doing the work. And you're both being rewarded for that with the 10 of Cups and this brand new beginning. This 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment. This is that manifestation energy. And I like to call the rainbow as the rainbow of manifestation, because I had once channeled, I think it was for a client, that what they had shown me was your manifestations are just kind of hanging out in what Abraham Hicks likes to call the vortex. It's energy. And it's just waiting for you to come into alignment, to raise your vibrations to the point where you're in alignment with it. And the higher your vibrations, and that's a shift in mindset, because you cannot be in scarcity or lack mindset and manifest. You just can't. That's not alignment. That's a shift in mindset where you're saying, it's not even about being deserving. They're saying, no, it's not about being deserving. It's about knowing who you are. It's about knowing that you're divine. And because you're divine, you're just naturally deserving. That's just your birthright. It's just your right as a soul because you are naturally divine. And so with this 10 of Cups, you have this, your wishes kind of up there in the vortex, the so-called vortex. And as you raise your vibrations into joy, into happiness within, into believing in the impossible, into an abundant mindset, knowing that at every moment you're abundant because you're coming from a place of gratitude. And also they're saying from a place of presence, being present, not thinking about the past because that's where lack is, and not worrying about the future because that's where anxiety comes in, but being anchored in the present moment and appreciating the present moment. That's where you come into alignment. And they showed me your manifestations traveling on a rainbow to you, into the physical, from the higher dimensions into the physical 3D tangible world. The universe just has to align things sometimes in your 3D world. It's like aligning all of the pieces of furniture on a stage or in a house. You set the foundation by saying what it is that you want to manifest, and you've manifested your relationship. You've manifested, both of you, this partnership, because you cannot manifest for another person. You manifest together. And so you manifest for yourself and you manifest together with that person. That's the orchestration that's happening. And with the universe, that's the co-creation. And so now with the 10 of Cups, your wishes are coming true. Your wishes are being fulfilled. This new beginning is here. And the dog, this is loyalty now. A new beginning where this connection is cherished. There's devotion. You're treasuring each other. There's a sense of loyalty here. An oath to each other is what I'm hearing. It's like you've taken an oath in the 5th dimension to each other. For the physical, to take this leap of faith towards each other in the physical. I want to get some more cards here and see where this is going. But this is, you have manifested this, and now your wishes are coming true because you have put in the work of clearing out that dense energy that was just holding you back, shifting your mindset, getting rid of all the toxicity, any of the addictions that were that crutch that you were using to escape yourself. The 3D relationships that just aren't serving, that just don't make you happy anymore. You're releasing attachment to what doesn't serve you. Especially when we're talking about people. They may still be in your life, but you're releasing the attachment to them. You're releasing the attachment to that toxicity that exists between you two. Because I don't believe that people are actually toxic. But you can be toxic to each other because of what comes up between you two. Especially when it comes to divine counterparts. There's always that love and forgiveness between you two. And so because you put in that work, that healing work, and that's really what you were doing. You were healing, but not so much healing as remembering who you truly are, that you are love, that you are light, that you are divine. And anything else was just the illusion that was holding you back in dense energy. That was holding you back in this energy of darkness, but you're remembering that you are light, balancing out that darkness, shining light on that darkness, to clear out that toxic energy, the karma, the 10 number here. You are closing out a cycle of karma as well. And what is karma but just a lesson to be learned? Just experiences to be had for evolution, for soul growth. And once you start looking at life from that mindset, that everything is a learning experience, it's not out to get you, it's not out to harm you, it's out to help you to evolve past that mindset, past that pattern that was keeping you in that 8 of Swords energy, that mental entrapment. Once you start shifting your perspective, everything changes. Everything changes, because then you realize the power that you hold to manifest your own wishes, to manifest a brand new beginning for your entire life. There's the 2 of Cups. I mean, that's that partnership. This is, remember we were saying from the 5D, traveling down on that rainbow of manifestation to be in the physical, tangible world. The Lovers for me is that higher level, higher dimension connection. It's this energetic connection in the 5D and above. because there are many more dimensions above the fifth dimension. But the fifth dimension is that higher dimensional consciousness, that Christ consciousness, that unity consciousness. That's where that begins in the 5D. And that's this energy. That's where the telepathy, that's where the love resides. That's where you might be having the dreams and communicating through dreams in the fifth dimension and above. That's where the love is. But now, look at this with the Two of Cups here. For me, the Two of Cups is in the physical, tangible world that we live in. We live as humans. We chose to incarnate here as humans to experience life. And listen, you can choose to repeat karmic cycles. You can choose a life of lack. But you have that power. It's through your mindset. It's through your patterns. It's through your habits. It's through your thoughts. It's through your heart space that you decide what it is that you want to experience here in the human world, as a human in these bodies. And what we're actually learning on this ascension journey is that through the power of our thoughts, we can have an abundant life here in the physical world. And we can change our physical world to become more abundant as well. That is lifting the vibration of the planet through this love with your divine counterpart, to have this, to change the whole vibrations of the world, to have this abundance for the world, so that the world is no longer, so that Earth, the hardest school in the galaxy, they just said, it's the hardest school in the galaxy. But you are doing the job of raising your vibrations to raise the vibrations of the planet. And through this love, it's not just the planet, it's the entire world, it's the entire universe. I'm not going to go into that because we've already talked about that in the special channeled messages on the channeled messages playlist. So check that out if that interests you more about what is sacred union, what are you actually doing here. There's a whole cosmic blueprint from these divine counterparts. But what you're actually doing is you have the power to bring this to fruition in the physical world, and that is what's happening now. Because you have had this new beginning, where you've had this transformation, where more was revealed, more about yourself, more about your connection, more about your patterns and habits and thoughts, and changing that. You've come into more balance and more harmony within yourself and with your connection. And because you've put in that work, you've cleared out that dense energy. You've brought what was secret, what was subconscious to light, to be cleared and released. You are manifesting your wishes fulfilled for this brand new beginning and this leap of faith towards each other, bringing that down from the fifth dimensional heart space into the tangible world, into a physical relationship, a physical partnership with each other. That's amazing. And what do we have here but the Chariot on the bottom of the deck? This is forward movement, and this always reminds me of the yin and the yang. And I'm gonna get this because you guys know I like my visuals. What they have been channeling to me for many of the daily energy draws, or at least it started with the dailies, was a yin yang symbol. And this is you. Hold on one second before I get ahead of myself. This is you taking the reins of your life. This is you taking control of your thoughts. This is you putting in that work, refocusing your mind, refocusing your heart to have faith, to believe in the impossible, because nothing is impossible, because you are that powerful of a divine being. You're that powerful of a soul. That is you being a co-creator with the divine itself. You're not separate from your divine counterpart, just like you're not separate from the divine. That's the Three of Cups energy. For me, Three of Cups in traditional tarot for me is celebration and coming together in community. But they have always, since the very beginning, channeled it to me as sacred union. That's my sacred union card, because it's showing divine masculine, divine feminine, and the divine itself. And one of the cards, this is how they channeled it to me, one of the cards was 2 cups pouring into the one. That is sacred union. The merging, the blending of the energies of the divine masculine, divine feminine, and the divine itself. You are never one. So you are always one. Just like you are never separate from your divine masculine, divine feminines, or vice versa for cross watchers. You're never separate from the divine. You're never separate from the universe. You are the universe. There's a quote, "You are the universe in ecstatic motion," and I think that's Rumi. And it's so true. You are the universe. You're not separate from the universe. And because you're not separate from the universe, that is how powerful a creator you are. But you've had to do the work to clear out the dense energies, the lack, the fear, the scarcity mindsets, the karma, the toxicity, whatever was holding you back. You had to clear that out to come to this revelation, to bring to light the truth of how powerful you are. And this is you taking the reins, taking control. And so this is that divine partnership. This is the black and the white, the yin and the yang for me. And what they have been channeling to me was, this is you and your divine counterpart, the dark and the light. And I had an epiphany. I'm going to try to articulate it. I had an epiphany with my divine masculine a couple of days ago, where I'm basically Susie Sunshine. I'm not naive to the darkness of the world. You know, I'm an advocate. I do a lot of advocacy work to make a change in this world. My divine masculine is similar in that he's bringing awareness, the darkness. You know, he talks a lot about the Matrix. He talks a lot about red pill topics. He talks a lot about conspiracy theories and stuff like that, which is interesting. It's fascinating to me because it's stuff that I know, but that it's almost like I don't want to dive too deep in. And I feel like it's because, in a way, my divine masculine supports me and protects me so that I can continue to hold the light, because I dove deep once into all of that and it completely brought my energy down. It completely changed my vibration, and I can't hold my light that way. But my divine masculine, he centers me in that way. He grounds me in that way, helps me know what is happening in the world. Not just in the world in a physical standpoint and on a 3D standpoint, but from an energetic standpoint, interference, dark forces, things like that, that exist. Those things exist, you know, where we can't be naive. We can't be so much in the light that we're naive to the fact that there is darkness. But you have to hold the light as well and be able to hold the light. And there was a point where I was just so, and this was many, many years ago, where I couldn't focus on all that because it was just bringing me down. But when I came in touch with my divine masculine, and I realized this the past few days, he's the one who kind of focuses on that, bringing that to light. Together we bring that to light. That's how he kind of protects me so that I can continue to hold the light for the both of us. But with his own light, I don't know if I'm articulating this correctly. With his own light, the light of our love together, it's almost like we make the shadows disappear. We make the shadows scatter. That's the work that we do. That's the light and the darkness and the light. That is the yin and the yang. The yin and the yang from the very beginning has always been my symbol of divine counterparts. From the very beginning, when I was asking for signs about my divine counterpart, that was my symbol. And now I understand why. Because my divine counterpart and I always seemed like polar opposites, and in a way we are. But in a way that we fit together perfectly. Because like I said, he's a darkness to my light, and I'm the light that helps scatter the shadows. Now, the darkness, I don't want to say, because that's such duality concept. Like, we have a connotation about darkness, that darkness is somehow bad. The darkness is beautiful. The darkness is beautiful. We need the darkness for contrast. We need the darkness to understand the light. You can't have stars without the dark. So I don't mean it as in dark, as in there's something nefarious, like there's something bad. That's not what I mean at all. What I mean is that through our love and coming together, we shine brighter, and we understand the darkness better. We understand the shadows better. And that is how we evolve the world. That is how we lift the world from the shadows, from the darkness, into more and more light. And my divine masculine, being that masculine energy, protects the feminine in that way. almost shielding the feminine in that way. You might be in separation or no contact because of what your divine masculine is going through. For a lot of divine masculines, they didn't want to share with you what they were going through, not because they were trying to keep secrets from you, but because they were trying to protect you. That's the energy here that I'm talking about. They were trying to protect you because they knew that you were so shining so brightly, and you shining so brightly was helping them to find their light, was helping them to find their way. That's the energy here. And it's their strength and their beauty and their transformation that is then helping you to come together to shine even more brightly. That is what I'm trying to get across. But your divine masculine is a very beautiful, protective, supportive energy. And what do they protect and what do they support? But they support you, divine feminines. And we're not just talking about the 3D, the physical. We're talking about the energy. They're protecting your light. They're shielding you so that you can continue to shine bright, because that is who you are. That is who the divine feminine energy is. And they have the feminine energy within them as well. Their feminine energy is you. They might hold a predominant masculine energy, but the feminine energy within them is you. That is part of that one soul. That is part of that one energy. And that is what happens when you come into sacred union. You merge the energies together. That is why it is so intoxicating. That is why it is so overwhelming. That is why it is so strong. But now, this new beginning, that's what's harmonizing. That's what's coming into balance. That's the process of sacred union. And you, holding predominant feminine energies, you have a masculine energy within you as well. That's your divine masculine. That is your divine masculine. And so what happens is, imagine these two pieces, the white and the orange here, the yin and the yang, feminine and masculine energies being separate. You come into wholeness and inner union within yourself. You balance out the energies within yourself. That's the transformation. That's the shift in mindset. And what happens when that harmonizes? What happens when that balances? That's when you come together in this physical union. You're bringing down the fifth dimensional love into the physical relationship, into the physical partnership. And then what happens when you come together? The wheel just turns. They keep showing it to me as this locking into place, clicking into place, and the wheel just turning and spinning into more and more abundance and higher vibration, so that the energy becomes so powerful that it changes not just the world, not just Earth, but the universe. You are helping the entire universe to evolve. Because the universe, just like you're constantly evolving, so is the universe. You're helping the universe to evolve into higher and higher states of love. Incredible, incredible reading. Incredible reading. All right, you guys, I think we're going to end here. I'm trying to think if I have time. Yeah, I think we're going to go on to an extended reading for Patreon subscribers. We're going to look at divine masculine, divine feminine energies, headspace, heart space, and physical world. And then we'll see how they're feeling about each other with these Conversations with Counterparts deck. This is my own deck. If you guys are interested in purchasing, if you want to pull cards for yourself and see what your counterpart is saying to you, feel free to look it up on my Etsy store. They are available for purchase. But I think I'm going to end with guidance from Spirit. This is my Conversations with Spirit deck. Because this was a very kind of, we channel higher level ascension these days. So actually we've been channeling that for the better part of a year, higher level ascension. Again, the channeled messages playlist will have everything that you want to know about divine counterparts, about sacred union, about what it actually means. It's much more than your physical relationship. It's so much more than your physical relationship. You're changing the entire universe. You're evolving the entire universe. But let's see what we have. Let's see what we have for the energy here. What else does Spirit want to say as far as guidance? And then we'll go into the extended with how you guys are actually feeling about each other and things like that. Hold on, I wasn't ready. Spirit, what do you want to say with regards to the sacred union energy? What do you want to say about the sacred union energy? What do you want to say about this sacred union energy? There's no reason to fear. And we have at the bottom of the deck, feel into the connectedness of all things. You are divinely supported, and take that leap. How beautiful is that? Take that leap with the Fool. Take that leap of faith. That is what's happening. You're taking that leap towards each other. You're divinely supported. You are so guided. Everything is unfolding exactly as it's meant to unfold. And that's you releasing the control. That's you understanding that it just comes to a place of faith and trust that you're co-creating too. You don't have to control so much because you're naturally co-creating what it is that you want. Because you are being divinely guided, because you are being divinely supported, that everything is unfolding naturally exactly as it's meant to. Exactly as it's meant to. So feel into that. Feel into the connectedness of everyone and everything. Feel into the connectedness of the universe as the one that is supporting you, because you are the universe. And know that there's no reason to fear. No reason to fear that your divine counterpart isn't transforming and evolving. No reason to fear that the separation will be prolonged, because you're never truly separate. Fear is the illusion. No reason to fear that you won't come into the sacred union. Everything is happening exactly as it's meant to. Everything. Everything. That is the divine unfolding. You just have to be in a state of allowing. Taking action when you're meant to. Listening to your heart and letting that guide you. That's part of the Chariot energy. Taking the reins so that you take action as you're divinely guided. But that's part of being a co-creator with the universe. The universe presents opportunities to you. The universe gives you nudges. The universe gives you intuitive impulses. And it's up to you to listen, not from the ego mind, because the ego mind doubts and second guesses and fears, but from the heart space. And take action then for what you feel is right, and that is where the miracles happen. That is where the magic occurs. That is where this love just blossoms and evolves. There is no reason to fear, because fear is the illusion. Only love exists. Only love is real. Beautiful. A beautiful reading, you guys. I will see you over on the extended for Patreon subscribers. If you want to subscribe, $11.11 a month, you'll get access to bonus readings, exclusive readings, and other goodies. And we'll be looking forward to more of that in the new year as well. So stay tuned for that, for the extended. And if not, then we'll have some updates on on Instagram and on Facebook over the weekend. So make sure you stay tuned there as well. Sending you guys so much love, so much light, and we'll see you soon.